All Things Unexplained. Hosted by Dr. Mounts.
Let's face it, we were always ready to roll without him anyway.
CJ Derringer.
Ain't nobody perfect, right?
And Smitty Neebs.
I've never planned out hardly anything my whole life. I just freeball.
Featuring Cajun Man.
I'm just old nobody. Somebody's looking for somebody.
On this day, many years ago, so this actually was on November 24th, so one more Thanksgiving reference to go for the Unexplained update. Writer Daniel Dafoe said, "No pen could describe it, nor tongue express it, nor thought conceive it, unless by one in the extremity of it." And that's how he described the Great Storm of 1703. The greatest windstorm ever recorded in the south of England, with winds up to 120 miles per hour that wreaked havoc for several days in late November.
I hate wind. Oh, that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, but you know what? I might hate wind, but I'm intrigued by England in that time period. I'm trying to remember, when was...
I don't know, but that kind of feels a little bit like I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
Yeah, right. When was Dickens alive?
Oh, Dickens. I don't know.
I love Charles Dickens, and I love that time period of England. So Charles Dickens,
a lot.
Oh wow, he wasn't born until 1812 and died in 1870. So this was 100 years before Charles Dickens.
Well, it sounds like whoever was speaking of this storm was quite the writer themselves.
Daniel Dafoe, I feel like I've heard of him, but then again, I think that I could be confusing him with William Dafoe, famous
Or LeFou
actor.
from Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, yeah. So have you ever seen the movie The Greatest Storm? It has Russell Crowe, I think,
Yeah,
and he's on a British ship.
Is it Russell Crowe? No.
I think it's
Not
Russell
Russell Crowe.
Crowe.
It's Kevin Costner.
No, it's
Nope.
Russell Crowe, pretty sure.
The Greatest Storm. Look it up.
And I think that maybe it was this storm. I know they were on a British ship.
The
So,
Perfect Storm.
The perfect storm.
Is that the one?
That's it. Perfect storm.
This is neither of the people that we're talking about.
No way.
This is Mark Wahlberg, George Clooney. That's not the one we're thinking of.
No,
We're
that
thinking
was
of a
like
different
these
one.
people on a fishing boat, like in this, like a few decades back. But I feel like this was Russell Crowe, British ship. Surely it was this great storm of 1703. We'll have to verify. Maybe some of our
Somebody's going to have
listeners
to know what movie we're talking about. Somebody comment what movie we're talking about.
I know what you're thinking about with Kevin Costner. You're thinking about that really horrible movie he did that almost ruined his entire career, where they're just stuck in water the whole time.
Waterworld?
Waterworld. That's it. One of the most panned and most hated movies in the history of cinema.
No, that's not the one I'm
Waterworld.
thinking about.
The Perfect Storm was George
That was
Clooney.
filmed where I grew up.
That's right, but we don't think we're talking about The Perfect Storm, because I think that was just about some dudes on a fishing boat, like a fishing charter from America. But there was a movie, I feel like, with Russell Crowe in a big storm on a boat, a British boat, maybe in the 1700s.
I don't know. You know me in movies. My knowledge of them is pretty pathetic.
Yeah, you're not getting along
But I do think
with
that-
those movies.
Waterworld was filmed where I grew up. But I could be wrong about that too.
Really? In Palmdale?
There was some movie, I'm wrong, but the way. There was some movie that was filmed in like a huge warehouse out in Palmdale, and they just like filled the warehouse with water and filmed it out there. I'll look it up. I'll have that information for the next show. As of right now, it will remain unexplained.
So maybe Russell Crowe was in the perfect storm.
We're all messed up. It's time for us to call it. We clearly have nothing else at this point.
We got to figure that out. Thanks for trying to help.
We've got a lot of things to figure out.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. But that's been the Unexplained update for November 2021. The takeaway here, I think, is don't count on the government figuring out what took you and your family thinks you're in the woods. Okay, don't count on it.
Don't count on it, and don't count on CJ to know any movie references about anything ever.
Longtime heckler Trent Leonard chimed in.
Oh, right at the end. Perfect.
Truer words.
As per his usual. There he is. Yeah. We may not know he's here, but he's watching us.
I like how he did not contribute to the trivia in any way whatsoever. That's deja vu there. No trivia contribution. Except for telling somebody to write neater. Like, I can't read that writing. I don't know the answer, but I can't read your writing.
But isn't that what you're supposed to do when you don't know the answer in trivia? Is just to make your handwriting so nondescript that nobody knows what you wrote, so that you can always say, that's exactly what I wrote. Why didn't I get the point?
It's worked a few times. I think Trent probably missed the segment on geoengineering and transhumanism, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, wait. That whole statement actually explains who Trent is.
So listener George Winters actually did help. Russell Crowe was on a ship in that time period for Master and the Commander, but it was not about a storm. I feel
We've
like
got
I
our
deserve
wires crossed.
a little credit for that.
You do, yes, you do.
I think there could have been some waves, though, some rough waves.
The wind blew at some point. We're certain.
And possibly a Kraken encounter as well. Somebody actually recently asked me about they told me, a show you would like on TV is called The Terror. I've actually seen some of that. Read the book. The book was fantastic. The HMS Terror. CJ, are you familiar with it?
No.
So, real ship, HMS Terror, sent to explore the Arctic and disappeared. What happened to the crew? Probably dismembered by Yetis.
UFO.
Maybe UFOs too. But also dismembered by Yetis.